Hey Jay.
Hey Jake.
So I'm just wondering, how does daily autonomous mowing affect turf care or turf health?
Yeah, so there are several ways, I'm glad you asked, that I really enjoy talking about. So I would narrow it down to 5 categories: soil, roots, water, fertilizer, weed control.
Yep.
Those are the 5 ways. So soil. You're not going to get the same soil compaction issues that you get with big zero turns running around. And a lot of people get aggravated that their mowing guy won't push mow.
Yep.
And a lot of people who get aggravated at that maybe haven't ever run a business to understand that they have to pay for their time. But also there are people out there that are willing to pay. If people would slow down and push mow, and people still don't want to push, they don't want to be paid more to push mow. They just really don't want to push mow. But with daily robotic mowing, you don't have to worry about compaction issues. You also, as far as the soil goes, organic matter.
Yeah.
Organic matter increases with daily robotic mowing. There's different universities who are researching this now, who've already done some research, and I'm going to try to see if I can get Mississippi State to do some research on this, because I think it'd be really cool to have somebody local to prove this also. But organic matter can be a word that sounds high and lofty and nobody really knows what we're talking about. It's the black stuff. It's anything that's not sand, silt, or clay. Sand, silt, and clay are the 3 things that make up all soil. Organic matter is not sand, silt, or clay, but it's plant material that is decomposed or it's withered, like grass clippings, old leaf litter, amongst other things can also make up organic matter. But just think of organic matter as the black stuff, and just think of it more so as grass clippings and leaf litter that's decomposed. The reason why that's helpful to be in a soil is because if you only have clay, which is a lot of what our yards around here in central Mississippi have, is just straight clay, no sand, no silt, and no organic matter.
Yep.
When it does rain, the rain's going to hit and bounce. But having organic matter is going to allow, when it does rain, so we'll go ahead and shift to talking about rain and water, it allows the water to penetrate and get into the soil profile. And so that's one reason that organic matter is a big deal. Of like, okay, increases organic matter, why does anybody care about that? Well, it's because it helps when it does rain, or when you do pay to have water put on your lawn, it actually gets into the top layer of soil where the grass roots are. And then another reason organic matter is helpful is if we could talk about fertilizer.
Yep.
So all those clippings now are being returned to the soil instead of these big clippings that, because you only get your yard mowed once a week or once every 2 weeks, they get blown away or washed away, or they just become thatch. You hear people talk about dethatching. That's because the thatch builds up and it doesn't break down back into the soil.
Yep.
But when it's mowing every day, now you're only mowing little clippings that are able to actually get into the soil profile and become organic matter, allows the rain to penetrate, allows all the nutrients to return back, not all, but a lot more than in traditional mowing.
Absolutely.
And so fertilizer inputs are reduced. So that's a big deal. So that's soil, water, fertilizer, roots. You know, the more roots, more organic matter means you're able to have more roots. The roots are able to actually increase, as opposed to if it's straight clay, they're just going to have a harder time, especially when it gets really dry and that clay gets hard. Your root mass or your root volume is going to decrease.
Absolutely.
So organic matter is really maybe the better way to just address all those things.
All of those things together are going to help the overall turf health, make it
Yes.
thicker, so they're going to lead to maybe some weed control help.
That's right. So that's the last thing, you nailed it, is weed control. So the fifth category is weed control. So the daily autonomous mowing, as opposed, there's robot mowers out there that aren't daily,
Yep.
and there's some that aren't autonomous.
Yep.
You have to do it with a remote control, or there's some that you can even, well, we won't get into that, but daily autonomous mowing means it's mowing every day And so any weed that comes up vertically is going to get cut.
Yep.
And that's a really, really large, significant portion of the weed population out there are weeds that they can now be what you learn in integrated pest management, which is pest management that's integrated. It's not just chemical control, but now we can do mechanical control, which is just cut the things.
Yep.
Like there's Dallas grass out there right now, and
I don't see
nobody
it.
knows. There's not much, but there is some, but it's getting mowed every day, and so it's just not able to thrive as a plant because it's getting mowed every day, and eventually, there's some weeds that they would eventually just go away if you cut them every day because they can never get the sun.
If they can't get that tall, the seed heads can't pop out, and you're kind of throwing less seeds around.
That's right.
Yep.
And so just one last point. And so, yeah, you're mowing every day, thicker grass, and so less weeds are even going to be able to come up because your grass is going to be thicker. So those are 5 ways that are just really helpful to understand as reasons that robotic mowing, daily autonomous robotic mowing, is very helpful for the care of turf care.
It's a lot of things that one little robot mower can make your lawn look better.
That's right. So get a robot mower. We can install it for you. We can install it and just service it, and you do all the weed eating. Whatever it takes, we can just sell you the mower. If you just want to buy a mower, we can just sell it to you. Whatever it takes, though, we want to help people liberate their beauty, protect the investments. Robotic mowing is the way to go.
Would you say, even if we weren't the ones to give somebody a robotic mower, would you want everybody to have one?
Yes. Because I've seen it firsthand, yard after yard after yard. We've got over 30 mowers going around right now.
Yep.
And well, one comment a customer made yesterday, literally, when I called to check in on how the service was going for him, he said, "I'm surprised that I hadn't had a golfer stop by and hit a golf ball off this thing. It looks so great." And so, yes, there's just very, very, very few places that it would not help their landscape look better. And not just look better, but be healthier.
Absolutely.